What's up, guys? I'm Jed Abendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. Alright, don't forget to reach on down here, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. Always helps with the channel. And speaking of helping with the channel, don't forget to share this on Facebook, Twitter, through email. Share it to your friends, your family, people that may find it informative or at least entertaining. Help my channel out if you don't mind, and help me bring more and more videos to you. So, I've been reading some articles here recently. Again, I'm going to be pushing that news channel out, like I said. I definitely want to get that out to you guys. Our news channel, or it's not going to be a channel, it's going to be what I'm doing on this channel, dedicated more to the articles that I'm reading so you guys can see them as well. One of the articles I was recently reading was really about, well, bodybuilders in general and how depression really affects their lifestyle and their everything they do. So apparently bodybuilders tend to fight depression really, really badly, to the point that, well, I wouldn't say they go commit suicide, but it really affects their whole life because they're trying to achieve a body type that is it's just not good. Well, it's good, but it's not good, right? Like, we all have that image in our head that we want to look like and that we want to be like. I mean, heck, I think any kid growing up during when I was growing up wanted to look just like Arnold. I mean, that guy was the biggest action star at the time. He had won so many of those Mr. Olympias. He's even got the Arnold Classic now. So growing up, like, that was one of your idols. You know, you had him, Stallone, Van Damme, and they all had these very muscular physiques, you know, where, holy crap, like, how big can a person get? But apparently depression rocks them really hard, and they're on a lot of medication to battle the depression. And speaking from experience, like, there's times that I hit plateaus and I'm just like, it's very frustrating. And then also, as you guys know, and I know I've talked about it, I use my workouts, my lifts, well, to really kind of get my anger out. I used to have a really bad anger problem, and that's one of the things that one of my tools that I use to kind of battle my anger issues. And there are times that I come out of that lift so angry, I've released so much that I'm so mad at myself for allowing myself to get that angry. And it takes a couple hours to kind of knock that out of me and get back into a better mind frame. Because it is very difficult, and there's times I miss lifts because the day before I got so angry that it's kind of tough to talk about too, because, you know, these are personal things that these guys go through, that I go through, I'm sure some of you go through, and that's why we need to talk about them, right? Kind of bring them to the forefront of not everything is, well, rainbows and unicorns. There are times, like, when I get angry, when I'm lifting, I tend to get angry at myself for allowing myself to get angry about the things that angered me or became pet peeves or whatever, that I let it get under my skin when I shouldn't have. And of course, there are things that, well, I should be angry about, and those are understandable. And anger is just one of those emotions we all go through. But some of us, like myself, like I said years ago, I had an anger problem. You guys wouldn't, I mean, I don't know if you guys would believe it. Some of you that knew me way before, just how bad my anger issue really is, or was. I say is. You know what? Let's say is. But I take it out now in the gym, take it out on those weights. But I focus that on myself. I don't allow myself to get angry at a person or event or a thing that happened. I get angry at myself for allowing that to push me over that edge and, well, make me angry. So reading this article kind of hit home for me, because to know that other people are going through it, well, but they're not talking about it, right? One of the first articles, and I can't find a lot of other supporting articles to go with it, but it's out there. So one of the things that I think we need to do as humanity is really start communicating more, especially these issues that we are going through and that we're experiencing, because we're all going through things. We've all been dealt things. We've all had to experience things that maybe we didn't like. We all have these emotions. Well, let's talk about them. Let's get them out there. Let's talk and push each other to just become better. But to know that even the top ranking, Olympians and the big bodybuilders, the men and women are fighting depression because they want to go just a little bit further, or maybe they didn't get the top spots, and now they're really depressed because they spent so much time and energy and so much focus on trying to get to that point, and they still fell flat. And that just makes you wonder, well, what about these, with the Olympics going on, or they just passed, these top athletes that it may not be good enough that they made it to Olympics, but because they didn't get gold, how's that affect their psyche, right? So, obviously, you ever see anybody out there and it looks like they're struggling with something, try to help them out a little bit. Even if it is just to have an open ear for them to discuss what they're feeling and what they're going through. Some of the stuff that I do, well, it is tough, and it can be, I don't know. It's, again, a lot of times I get done my workout, and when I get in the shower, I rinse off all that kind of anger off of me, and I feel much better getting out of the shower. But there are those days that, well, I do carry that a little longer than I should. So, again, just trying to bring this forward. Let's talk about it more. Let's get it out in the open and just discuss this. Alright guys, well, that's what I had for you this week. Don't forget to reach on down there, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and as always, you can find me on Facebook, Jedediah Raymond Abendraw, and from there I can lead you to the Big Man Fitness group that I've created for this channel, so we can continue discussions. If you haven't seen any of my past videos, please go check them out. And also, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at JedFDK. And if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to me on any of these platforms and you want it to be a little more personalized, then please send me an email, bmfjed@gmail.com, and I usually answer within 24 hours, if not a couple hours. Alright guys, that's what I had for you this week. Have a great week. I'll see you next weekend. And as always, stay fit, stay healthy. I'll see you next week. Peace.